Welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you Diamond Baseball. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on Boston. First pitch coming your way next. All right, ready to go here. Now it's going to be Dylan Carlson. And he deals. That misses the zone, and this one is off and running. That one inside. 2 balls, no strikes.
2-0.
Swings through that. California kid. Played for his dad at Elk Grove High School. His teammates there with Nick Mack. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Had him way out front of the slur. And here comes Tommy Edman. Donaldson delivers. Strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Ball 1 there. Swings through it for the K. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. There's a strike. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a... Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now Ellie De La Cruz. And a pitch. Lifted in the air, right center field. Carlson in pursuit. And makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Judge rips that one. Nootbaar racing over to make the catch. 2 outs, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
It's 0-1.
Left field, way back there. And that one is off the wall. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing and a fraction of an inch different on the bat, and it is probably out of here.
Snags it on the run. Back now at Fenway. Second inning set to go. Now up for St. Louis, Nolan Gorman. And first offering is fouled off. Donaldson winds and fires. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. Here's Nolan Arenado. Swings through that one for strike 1. Nolan Arenado, for all of the success he's had at the plate and all the All-Star appearances, Singy, he's won the Gold Glove every year that he has been in the league. He's going to go down as one of, if not the greatest defensive third baseman of all time. Wilson Contreras, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul.
Well, he's one of those players, if you're on the opposing team, you essentially say, don't hit it to third, don't even try to bunt it.
And down on strikes. Back inside Fenway Park. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. And here it comes. Strike 1.
0-1.
Well, with the shift on, hits right into it. Slings to first. And a quick out, number 1. Here's some real power at the plate. Vladimir Guerrero. That one fouled off. Hammered, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Manny Machado. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out. Now it's the second baseman, Alfonso Soriano. Check swing, went around. It's 0-1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
That one is absolutely belted, and it's off the wall. One runs in. Carlson with a quick throw back in. Runner holds at third, respecting the big arm at center field. Pretty impressive lineup. Mike Trout hitting this far down in the order. And a strike in there. At 30 years old, Mike Trout, 1,000 runs, 300 homers, 200 stolen bases. The only other players in Major League history with those numbers. That's a base hit as a run scores. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play. It's 3-zip. Back to the top of the lineup. Ellie De La Cruz will hit next. Flied out his first time. That misses. 1-0. Grounder might be 2. To second, there's 1. Over to first, safe. It's Aaron Judge now. He's 0 for 1. That misses. 1-0. And that's ball 1.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
Gets it to first. Judge out on the play. Welcome back. And the batter now, Lars Nootbaar. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game. And the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
The wind and the pitch. Got him swinging. 7 in a row by way of the K. And here is Jordan Walker. There's a strike. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Very high with that one. Now 1-2. One down, base is empty. Bounce to the left side. Zips it to first. 2 up, 2 down. Here's the Cardinal DH, Brendan Donovan. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Donovan goes 6'1", hitting 9th in today's lineup. And he was born in Germany. And 1-2. 1-2 here. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Back here at the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And that one clips the corner.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Next pitch way upstairs.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
And the pitch. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The next offering misses, and the count's full. This to center. Bar on the move. Makes a nice running catch. And there's 1 down. Jorge Posada getting ready to hit. To the right side, Goldie. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. Smash to the left side. Edmonds slings to first. 3rd out. As we go to the top of the 4th, this is Dylan Carlson. That's in there. That's strike 1.
So, Boog, you went to college in this town. What was it like for you being a college student and having the opportunity to bounce over here to Fenway Park and see some games?
Yeah, in fact, 1990, a couple of college classmates and I, we were in college. We bought standing room tickets, and then the next night got a chance to see the Red Sox clinch the East against the White Sox in that sliding catch in the corner by Tom Berdansky. The Red Sox would end up losing to the Oakland A's in the playoffs, but that's... Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. On the warning track, and hauls it in. Goldie in the box now. No balls and a strike. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Got him looking. And that... Bottom of the inning. Now, Vladimir Guerrero. Michaelis back to work. Ball one, no strikes. What about the fans at Fenway? Would they let you have it from time to time?
They're definitely intelligent baseball fans, which is awesome. They're not waiting for something to happen. They can smell a big inning or anticipate a situation setting itself up.
On the ground. On the run, throw to first. Just got him on that one.
One thing I found that was very cool was making a great play to end the inning and running off the field and getting a standing ovation, even at times when you're not a player on their team. As long as you're not winning, they will celebrate and applaud a great play on the field. These fans here, they love and respect baseball.
Here's the second baseman, Alfonso Soriano. Doubled in his first AB. That one missed. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Machado round second on his way to third. Across is the runner from first, and it's 4-0.
Everything came together for him. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
That one ripped. Brings it in with a nice running grab. Out number 2.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Back up the middle and a base hit. Soriano coming home. He'll score easily. It's 5-0.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Judge stands in now and watches strike one. Next offering misses, and that's ball one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
At the belt and fires. Up the middle, Edman. That's the third out. Back here at Fenway Park, here's Nolan Gorman. That's in for a strike.
You know, these Cardinals, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. They're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. Arenado batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
And now it's filled up.
Full count.
The Cardinals hitless so far in the game. Bounce to the right side, and that's just foul. Popped in the air, left field. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for St. Louis, Wilson Contreras. Fires over to Guerrero. And that. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's Vladimir. So now a pinch hitter, Mark McGwire. The right-hander back to work. The other way, fair ball. And now it rolls all the way to the wall.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Jake Woodford gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might.
Dives, and he can't hang on. And he beats it. He's safe. Here's Stanton now. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And he grounds one back up the middle. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Throw comes in quickly as the lead runner at third gets the stop sign.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. And a foul ball.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
And now it's 1-2. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. One run is in. Another comes in to score. Another scores. They clear the bases, and it's an 8-run lead. So a man aboard, and now it's Manny Machado.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner in the center.
And that one is lifted in the air. He makes the grab. Runner tags up for third.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Alfonso Soriano digs in now. First offering misses the mark. He was late there. Strike one.
Now there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Next offering is down low. And now the count filled up 3-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Makes the grab for the second out. Here's Mike Trout, 1 for 2. Swings here and blasts one left field. Banks off the wall. In comes the run from third. It's 9-0.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Left-hander out of the bullpen, Zach Thompson. And he has some nasty breaking stuff. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Judge in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Base hit center field. Trout around third. The throw in. Not in time. He's safe as a run scores. First and third, 2 away. Mark McGwire now at the plate. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. In comes the runner from third, and they extend their lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Couple of hits in a row for him here. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
And that's a base hit. Walker to third, and he'll make it around to third on the throwing error.
This is unbelievable. That's now 6 consecutive hits by this lineup. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
New pitcher for the Cardinals, Kyle Leahy.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Oh, that's high.
Next offering upstairs. That's down and in.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The 2-1. And downstairs.
That's down.
Posada, the runner at third. Stanton on at first with 2 down. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Carlson settles underneath it. And that is the third out of the inning. So remaining in the game defensively, Mark McGwire. He pinch hit last half and now takes over at first. Over to first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. Walker takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. Swing and a miss. 1-1. And the count even at 1. And now 1 and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That's out number 2. Donovan in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
That one way outside, and the count is 1-1.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Up the middle, whips it to first on the run, and that'll do it. Back here in Boston, here's Manny Machado now. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And there's one down. Here's a speed threat, Alfonso Soriano. Check swing, went around.
0-1.
Slider right there. And that one is inside ball 1. On the ground to the left. Gloves it on the dive. Gathers and throws to first, and he beats it. One gone, runner at first. Next is the designated hitter, Mike Trout. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. First offering, and it just misses. Leahy, a 6'5" righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a 2-seamer. Now a fly ball to right center. Makes the grab on the run. 2 away down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
De La Cruz stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Leahy throws over. Soriano back easily. Soriano off of first with 2 away. Ground ball, Goldie. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. New inning getting started. Here's the center fielder, Dylan Carlson. And that one pulled foul.
You know, he's been so great today. Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
Tosses to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Hauls it in for the out. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the... Back here at Fenway, bottom of the 7th. Here comes Aaron Judge. The pitch. And that one is inside. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Ball to strike. The pitch. Good eye in that spot. And that's outside. Out into left center for a line drive base hit.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
And the batter now, Mark McGuire. That one out to right. Nootbaar on the move. And there's one away. And here's the catcher, Jorge Posada.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
That one's in there, 0-1.
Some guys are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And that one hammered. Carlson raging back towards the wall. Looking up, and it's off the wall. In to score from first. It's 14-0.
He was all over that one. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way. But well, it's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
Next one off the plate inside. And the count even 1-1. There's a swing and a drive. Hauls it in on the warning track. Runner tags at second. Not in time. He's safe.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Bounced out to short. Over to Goldie. That ends the frame. Back here at Fenway. Now it's the second baseman, Nolan Gorman. There's a strike. And a breaking ball catches the corner at the knees. Hit on a line, and that's a base hit. And that ends the perfect game bid.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Breaking ball down and in. He did a nice job of just catching out in front. I like that he didn't spin off the ball by opening up that front hip too early. Well, the leadoff man gets on.
Up and in, and he gets out of the way. And he chases that one. And he's down on strikes for the second time today. Contreras up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. And there's a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Nasty forkball for strike 3. Nootbaar in the box again. Takes the strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Swings and misses. That's his second strikeout. And we're back here at Fenway Park. Here's Manny Machado to start it off. Leahy back to work. Just missed.
Ball.
Hard hit left side. Arenado to first in time. Machado out of the play. Here's the second baseman, Alfonso Soriano. Now a screamer into the outfield. Carlson flashes the leather on the run and catch. 2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Mike Trout. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Hits the fence. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
De La Cruz stands in now and watches strike one. Left field. Walker makes the play, and that ends. All set to start the ninth in this one. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker. There's a strike. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. Didn't go. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And one out now. Donovan, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. The punch out there. Cardinals now with just 1 out remaining. Carlson in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches. Bounce to the right. Soriano. On to first. Ball game. 14-zip at the end of this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Hey, one more word, I'ma call Jug Knight. It's my man's. Boy, here like Kimbo Slice. He got hands. TSA frisk me, they say I got something in my jeans. Big bands. Baby girl on me a little too drunky for me. Hard Lance, you be talking big, ain't down for the ride. So I like the mafia when we go mob. I be with some that be really outside. I'm out to drive a seat to let them ghost ride. Sing to the women on Fat Maxwell. Man wanna see me in a big black cell. He was in the lights like Johnny Manziel. Till they hit him up like Blue Cantrell. Then hate from the house, I'm in Hollywood in a penthouse, Baby girl mad that I won't. Funny how I'm eating more than I ever ate, but you check a plate and I slim down, If you owe me money, better skip town. Look, getting frisked extra down, Facts. One more word, I'ma call Jug Knight. It's my man's. Boy, here like Kimbo Slice. He got hands. TSA frisk me, they say I got something in my jeans. Big bands. Baby girl on me a little too chunky for me. Call Lance. Facts. 30 years with that, like I feel brothers on my tail. Spinning corners. 30 years with that, like I feel brothers on my tail. On my tail. 30 years with that, like I feel brothers on my tail. Spinning corners. 30 years with that, like I feel brothers on my tail. Look, hey, we in the breeze. Lone Star boy like Vietnamese. Like a young Mike Tyson, you a Roy Jones Jr. Weak in the knees. Put some bass in your voice when you speaking to me. I ain't tripping, let somebody give me reason to be. You ain't tough. off like you talking, I'm very certain. You a tweet, you a scary person with the inside scoop, wasn't there in person. Ringside, Larry Merchant, you a Howard Cosell, walking folktale, halfway. To somebody like us, had enough of it. Sock it in the neck for the of it. Nickname off. One more word, I'ma call Jug Knight. It's my man's boy here like Kimbo Slice.
Live from historic Fenway Park here in Boston, Diamond Dynasty Baseball coming your way on the show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on Boston. All right, we'll be back to get this ready to go. And now the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. And first offering is fouled off. And a swing and a miss there. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Digging in, James Outman. Ground ball right side. Fires over to Guerrero. And a couple of quick outs.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
And that one fouled off. You know, Singy, this is true. Max Fried, the night before his starts, will sit down and take his scouting report and play MLB The Show to see how his pitches work. And he got him. Back here in Boston. Now it's the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. The pitch. And that's outside. And a foul ball. Line to left. One down. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Bounced up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. That leaves him without a throw. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Chris, you know, Walker Buehler's social media handle is, in fact, Buehler's Day Off 21. Over to first, and he saved.
Yeah, Boog, that's ironic because he's one of those guys that doesn't take any days off. And if you're on the other side and he's pitching, you might want a day off.
That's a base hit.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That could be a really tough pitch to handle, a front door breaking ball, but he did a great job staying in there, keeping that front shoulder closed. He didn't spin off the ball and hook it foul, which happens so many times.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Heading for the plate. Now a long throw home, but it's offline. On the board first, it's 1-zip. Babe Ruth, the next to hit. In there, and it's 0-1.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Going to count 1 and 2.
It's a good take.
And the righty deals. That one ripped right center field. That's back. And it is gone. He'll touch them all. And they boost their lead. It's 4-0. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Just missed. Still only 1 out here in the inning. That one hammered center field. That's going back. Back some more. And it hits the fence. Alvarez into second, and he's got a double.
They are really feeding off each other. That's 5 hits in a row. Put a great swing on that pitch to deep center field, and we knew it was going to be close, but just not quite enough. And I'm sure a few of his teammates might be yelling weight room at him right now, but he should definitely feel good about that one.
Kicks and fires. Swings and misses.
0-2.
And it's 0-2.
Real ugly 0-1 swing right there. As a pitcher, got to be hunting for that strikeout. Keep him off balance. Send him back to the dugout.
1-2.
Righty delivers. And now 2-2.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Next pitch is inside. 3-2 now. And the right-hander deals. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throw on to Freeman. Machado out of the play. Alfonso Soriano getting ready to hit. Up the middle. Rosario throws to first. And ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. All set for the start of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. That's in for a strike. For Freeman, Singy, all the hardware, the multiple All-Stars, an MVP. He's won Silver Sluggers, a Gold Glove, and then finally in 2021, the World Series championship of the Braves.
1-2 to count.
Swings and misses. Slider got him for strike 3. The batter now will be Will Smith. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one.
And I'd say that 2021 World Series trophy bigger than all the rest, as he was the heart and soul of that Atlanta Braves ball club.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Here comes Max Muncy. And that one wrapped foul. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back in Boston, and now the DH, Sammy Sosa. The wind of the pitch. Out to short, Rosario. On the run, sends it over to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. 0-1.
0-1.
That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second, and he's in with a stand-up double. Aaron Judge at the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. De La Cruz, the runner at second with one away. Next one misses, and it's 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
And a good eye there. Out to short, Rosario. In plenty of time to first. Judge out on the play. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. In there for strike 1.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Next offering way off the plate.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. Well done behind the dish. And a pitch. In the air, out towards left center. He can't get there. It's a base hit. Runner from third comes across, and the lead is up to 5. Back inside Fenway Park. Here's the left fielder, Chris Taylor. Foul ball.
You know, these Dodgers definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Rojas started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and Woody Keller right on it. Says he held up. And strike 2.
1-2.
Next pitch misses. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. David Peralta at the plate. This to third. Throws across the diamond. That's out number 3. As we go to the last of the third. Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Jorge Posada. First pitch, and he just misses.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
One, two now. Right back to him on the mound. Tosses to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning. And here is Babe Ruth. He's already homered in this game. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Ruth measures 6 feet 2 inches, 215 pounds, and he's usually in right field, but today he's patrolling center. 0-2 now. And there's a ball.
Some guys love to make that adjustment from a corner spot to center field because in center you get the best view of the ball game. You're looking straight in at the hitter's area. On the corners, you're blocked a little bit.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. Doubled his first time up. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. 2 down, nobody on. Now 1-1.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
This one high in the air to left center. Drops into the glove. Back now at Fenway. Start of the fourth. Now here is Ahmed Rosario. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Anything in particular stand out to you as far as moments at Fenway Park?
Wow, you know, it's unfortunate because I remember as an Oakland A's player, we were up in the series against the Red Sox, 2-0. All we needed to do was close out a Saturday night ball game. We went extra innings. The Red Sox won that ball game. And then Sunday, they pushed the series by winning Game 4 back to Oakland for Game 5. And unfortunately, they won Game 5 as well.
Outman batting with one down, takes a strike. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. That was 2003, and the Red Sox would eventually get their hearts broken by Aaron Boone, but end the curse a year later. And first offering is fouled off. The wide to kick the pitch. That one the other way. Nice grab. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now at the plate, Manny Machado. Buehler back to work. Up the middle. Rosario tosses to first. Machado out of the play. Stepping in, Alfonso Soriano. You know, Singy, they talk about Red Sox Nation, but there is something to that because the Boston Red Sox aren't just about Boston or Massachusetts. Boots it. Throw to first. Gets him. Good job to stay with it there for the second out. At the plate, Sammy Sosa. On the ground right side. Rojas with the throw to first. And it's a 1-2-3. Back here in Boston, here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.